Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Mbappe! Goal, Israel! And what a start!
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Israel gain their reward with an early goal. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
And he's had it nicked away. De Jong, Mbappe. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. The shot! Oh, he's in for the pieces! It's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
So that's two now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Israel are already cruising here. 2-0, a fabulous start. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's picked his way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Just eases him off the ball. Cordoba finding their passes. Rudiger does really well to win the ball there. Played out wide. Oh, that's delightful. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He's got away. And that's a simple one for the keeper. David Villa. Mbappe. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Great vision. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Alvarez receives it in a good position here. Bellingham. He's gone for goal! Good strike, quite an alarm. Israel with the corner, they're first. They've played it short. Alvarez.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Rudiger. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. In with the challenge. And he cuts out the supply. Rafael Varane. De Jong. Spread it left. That's a good run down the left.
That's good play from him.
Oh, that's fabulous. Brilliantly cut out. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Can he get on the end of this? That's been cut out, well played. Now it's Alvarez. And there is the half-time whistle. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Israel in control at half-time, 2-0. And we are already promptly back underway. Bellingham. Van Bronckhorst has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And he's forced to go back. For Marquez. Passing is crisp and sharp. Spread out to the left. And it's De Jong. It's a good spell of possession. Tries a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Israel have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. This looks promising. And the shot! And the ball's come loose. Shot a goal!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It's loose here, and they'll want to reclaim it. Some good work on the right flank here. Israel with this handy-looking 2-0 lead. They are looking comfortable. Tries to play it through. He's shifting through the gears here. Engages and forces him off the ball. That's a throw. Valverde. Opts for safety. And it's Valverde. And he goes cross-field. Mbappe. Almost an hour gone. Marquez. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And here's Alvarez. He's in space and looking for options. Rafael Varane is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Takes the shot! Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. That looks a decent ball. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Valverde. Van Bronckhorst. Israel looking to pass their way through. Takes a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe is offering a right smile there.
Israel have their third corner. Mbappe with the short one. Backward it goes. He's had a shot! And now a sudden chance to counter. Stood up well to him there. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, learning from your mistakes and not repeating them is never completely guaranteed, but that rear guard is more focused on him now.
De Jong wins the duel this time. Now it's Villa. He's tried one! So there's going to be another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
And here's Alvarez. He's on it. Can he get away? Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. Mbappe looking to add to his goal. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And he's quick to snatch it back. Now it's Alvarez. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Cordoba finding their passes. He's gone forward. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
That ball looks a good one. And he's intervened well there. And time is up. Israel can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are perfectly entitled. So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first-day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. As you can see, we've already started here.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic once he comes inside. Anything is possible.
And he's picked it up out. Terrific header! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible and the finish unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So, a breakthrough already. Couldn't squeeze it through. Koundé spots it and intercepts. Now it's Villa. Closing in on goal. Chance, surely! It's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
He is having a shot! There's a goal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Madrid take the lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Oh, that's fabulous. Great chance! Sticks it away! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Madrid take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Shapes to shoot! And it's there! And they're at it again in double quick time. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Madrid blast themselves into a 3-goal lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly.
Big chance! He's got a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Madrid are having a ball here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. They're good.
Goes for a shot! It's in! And with that, he takes home the match ball.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Madrid are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment.
Chance! Keeper always had the measure of that.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
And we have our very first corner. Mbappe with the short one. And the shot! Oh, denied at the last.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
And it's made its way to him. Dani Olmo gets good distance on it. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham purring through the gears. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So off we go then. Another episode of this age-old tale, uncompromising conflict. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I really like this lad, Jules Koundé, a lot. He isn't the biggest, but he's known for having a big character that makes up for that. He's brilliant in boxes, and he can outmuscle opponents.
Face to face with the keeper. Rudiger did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well, that pass isn't the best. Can he get it through? He's shifting through the gears here. This looks promising. That has ended up in no man's land. Plays the ball back. Played it again. Good read, needed to be. David Villa. Well, that has not gone well. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Aimed beyond the defence. And it's Olmo. Oh, this is a great position. Valverde. Knocks it into space. Here comes the chance! Has another goal! There it is! There is the breakthrough! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
That's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
That's rather hopeful.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He's picked his way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Dani Olmo tries to pass it through. Camavinga. Mbappe gets into a good position.
That's alert and sharp and very well played. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Can he get on the end of this? Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, that's fabulous. Can he finish? And he nearly went all the way.
Yeah, I think he's a little annoyed with himself there, Peter, because he did pretty much everything right up to the end.
Good ball, good take. Valverde! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Oh, no joy this time. Over to the left. Delivery from Mbappe. Chance for a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. That's really well manoeuvred. Nice looking ball. And he was alert to it. Dani Olmo. Oh, good take in a good area. Deftly away. Taken back almost at once. Xavi Alonso tries to play it through. He is through here. Nice control. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Decent chance! And he's found the net! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Marcó en el minuto 38 el dorsal
Oh,
10.
beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Pinches it off him. Mbappe shoots! They want to be quick to recover this.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he can clear it away. Jimenez. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Tries a shot! It's there!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Big chance! There's a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
This is quite a battle.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
He's got away, and he shoots! That's another chance! Oh, it's there! And they get themselves in front! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Valverde. Now, can they get him away? Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's claimed by the keeper. Oh, that's ambitious. Well, that is rather wayward.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
That'll be a throw-in.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 2.
Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
El dorsal 8.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. He's had a shot! It's hit the upright. Pedri bops him off it and wins back the ball. Referee has just said play on. Bellingham tries from distance. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. Howson calmly anticipates. Well, that looks a decent ball. It's not an especially good pass, that. Koundé looking to play him in. Now it's Yamal. Varane did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. He's found a way through. Alvarez's cross. And that's the keeper's ball. Camavinga. It's a pretty loose pass. 75 minutes played.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Not the most accurate pass. That's a throw. Howson. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Camavinga. Mbappe is wide and looking to get onto this.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's De Jong. And it's Xabi Alonso. And that pass just didn't quite work. He won't be happy with that one. Nicely weighted ball. That's a throw. And here's Bellingham. Rafael Varane is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than... And the shot! Wonderful save by Vitor Baia. Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Madrid have their second corner now.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
He's gone for goal. He's got away with one there.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And he's let fly. Comfortable claim for the keeper. Deep into stoppage. Good effort from distance. And that is wildly off target. Camavinga. And he's decided to go for it. And for a moment, time stood still.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
And that is as far as it goes. Madrid can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. How do you look back on the game then, Jim? Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And already we're underway here. And when these two meet, generally speaking, sparks fly.
Peter, it's not often I'll focus on the influence of a goalkeeper, but Vitor Baia is an exception I'm happy to make. Consistently strong and one of Portugal's very best players, never mind just keepers.
Yeah, I very much doubt his nation has ever had anyone better in that position. Played out wide. Strong running down that left flank. Opts to play it. There's the shot! An early chance, their first of the game.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Madrid with the corner, their first. Mbappe plays it short. Danger averted for now. And now they can spring out of defence. He has found a way through. Looking to play him in. Now it's Mbappe. And the finish! There it is! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
They have what they wanted, the first break. Header! And he's found the net! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted.
Oh, they could be caught out here. And the shot! Yes, it's there! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Madrid take the lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team.
And he's decided to go for it. And no one is overly concerned about that.
Well, at least he's not short on confidence. Trying from that sort of distance, why not?
Pops him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Alvarez.
That's going in strongly.
Look at the space here. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, you can blame some suspect defensive positioning for that set of circumstances, and they were just left with little choice.
And here's Alvarez. That's going to go a long way. Can he get it through? Now it's Mbappe. Dani Olmo. Corner. And a chance! Good effort first time.
Dani Olmo really had a decent crack at that. It was a full-blooded effort.
Now, can they get him away? Can he finish? That's a sharp pass. And he plays one through. Now it's Alvarez. He's won. Goes for a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Xabi Alonso does really well to win the ball there. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Alvarez!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
And it's Marquez. Good effort from distance. And the goalkeeper watches it past.
Well, he's hit it well enough for me. I suppose it could be a deliberate attempt to just draw that defence out.
Nicely shaped ball. Yamal. He's got away. Oh, important interception. Rudiger gets rid without sophistication. Rudiger with the clearance. Pinches it off him. Koundé. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Bernal. Madrid heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Bellingham out towards the flank. Dani Olmo can see things others simply cannot. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. He's in a great position here. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Dani Olmo wins the duel this time. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Bernal. Dani Olmo. Rudiger gets across to intercept that. Tries to play it through. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
He's made sure that's not getting through. Ball is over the line. Harrison spots it and and the whistle goes for half-time. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. The midway point of the game.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Madrid head into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is 2-1. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. He is through here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Yamal. Dani Olmo. And he's managed to get free. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, easy pickings there. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Alvarez. That's a little off target. Looking for options for movement. Decent chance! It's a good run that, great timing. Now it's Mbappe. Dani Olmo. Now it's Camavinga. Dani Olmo. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Cleared without complication. Can he get on the end of this? David Villa gets flagged offside. Jimenez. And it's Bernal. Now it's Dani Olmo. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Oh, it's a nice idea. He's gone for goal. the most accurate pass. Shot a goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
This is why he's so highly regarded. Absolutely fantastic.
Madrid have their second corner now. Oh, this looks sharp. And now a sudden chance to counter. And back to the goalkeeper. Nicely weighted ball. David Villa is flagged offside. Bayer gets it away. Well, they've got it again.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Looking for a runner. Oh, that's a key interception. It's a pretty loose pass. A probing pass. He's a sharp little ball here. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Now it's Alvarez. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on, but that has not gone well. That has ended up in no man's land. And he's gone searching crossfield. And that should get the job done. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Nicely intercepted. Now that looks a decent ball. Can he get onto this? Van Bronckhorst. This is De Jong. Pass somewhat off target. Aimed beyond the defence. And claimed it back swiftly. And here's Mbappe. He's found a way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, there's the clearance. And he's there to retrieve it. Yamal. Deftly away. That pass has been well intercepted. Jimenez kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Villa. He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He's looking wide.
You can never be short of runners into space.
So that's it. It is all over. Madrid can celebrate now. They have... Israel get ready for another crack at the big prize. Will they get the win they need to get their campaign off to a flying start, or will their bubble burst over the course of the next 90 minutes? Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. The action has already started. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Oh, super! Can he finish? Now that is commitment to the cause. Israel with the corner, they're first. Mbappe with the short one. Turns and goes, tries a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Mateus really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Israel have their second corner now. Chance for a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's had a hit!
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
Mbappe goes on a charge down the left. Great ball if he can get there. Batistuta, skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Now there's a fine ball. He's tried one! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
And now they can spring out of defence. Delivery from Mbappe. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Passes coming off in quick succession here. That's a throw. Turns back here, probably the best option. Still goalless. De Bruyne. Mbappe. Mateus does well to stand firm and defend it. Played out to the right.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And this is Lampard. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Rummenigge making his 300th appearance today. Just another reminder to those who missed the pre-game ceremonies.
Well, Peter, I can't attest to this personally, not having made it to that many appearances myself, but you only need to look around to see not just how much it means to him, but everyone that's here and beyond. This is a huge...
Mbappe! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. De Bruyne.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Mbappe has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. He's having a go! Mighty close.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
De Ligt. Here's Roberto Carlos. Lampard. Now Mbappe.
That was lovely, that.
Mbappe stood his ground strongly. He is through here. And that's played in low. Mbappe. Rummenigge. De Bruyne. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Deftly away. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. And it's made its way to him. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. De Bruyne. Egypt disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Now it's Mbappe. Foot in. He's a sharp little ball here. Roberto Carlos. He's found a way past. Oh, he's found support out wide. And the ball's gone astray.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Israel clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Oh, that's ambitious. Good effort, and it is right on half-time. So a fascinating half, full of talking points, not least that last very, very late one. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, it's been watchable and enjoyable. We certainly had a vibrant start, and if we were going to see a goal, it should have come then. But the odds are favourable for this second half.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Shifted it to the flank. Mbappe receives it in a wide position. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Fernandez. This is promising. And he's had it nicked away. Lampard. Batistuta. And this is Batistuta. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. That is good alertness. Now it's Pelé. Played out towards the right wing. Ball driven towards the far post. Lampard. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Vieira. Now it's Batistuta. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Now it's Mbappe. He's got away. Knocks it into space. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And he's intervened well there. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Looking for the run. No, it's come to nothing. Vieira. Lampard. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, that's a key interception. Mbappe. Nice bit of trickery. It's a throw-in. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
And the ball's come. He's gone for goal. Gave it a go, but off target.
Israel have obviously gone down this shooting route in the hope of exposing a flaw or two. I think the best thing they can do is just move to plan B.
Substitution in progress.
Israel can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Now it's Pele. Mbappe. And the counter is on. And it's Lampard. Oh, nicely intercepted. De Bruyne. And he's only too happy to take that back. Roberto Carlos. And it's De Bruyne. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Lampard providing an outlet on that flank. That'll be a throw. And that's another throw.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. That has ended up in no man's land.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Well, it's Batistuta. Mbappe! Oh, well played, well sorted out. Gets a good foot in there. And this is Pele! Always onto this. Roberto Carlos.
Added time.
De Ligt. Vieira, the man we've all come to watch. Now it's Mbappe. Great vision. Rudiger spots it. And there goes the final whistle. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, they've gave it. Real chance! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Koundé tries to pass it through. He's on it, can he get away? Delivered across. Out of play for a goal kick. That's gone for a throw-in. Rummenigge. He is through here. Very nicely done. And it's Fernandes. And he was quick to react. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Fernandes. And this is Pele. And he's picked out the run. They're urging him. Can he finish? Oh, another save. Israel with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, shooting chance! It's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think you've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Israel are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Pass somewhat off target. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Marquinhos. Messi. Some good persistent defending here. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And he plays one through. Big chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Good reason for optimism here. They've played it short. Fernandes. He's had a shot! And it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
It's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Now it's Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's running through. De Ligt. Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, that's ambitious. And that is wildly off target.
Israel really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Foot in. And that is expertly dealt with. So, third corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Fernandez shoots! It's a loose ball. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Mateus. It's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. Marquinhos is there and he can get that clear.
He's having a shot! It's a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Israel are having a ball here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Rafael Varane gets a foot in and wins the ball. Mohamed Salah picks it up out wide. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Chance! They've done it! One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Milan grab a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a consolation. Cannavaro. Rafael Varane is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Mohamed Salah, and it's Messi. No outsmarting him this time. Can he get it through? Now it's Mbappe. He's... Mbappe! Oh, that's a waste.
Milan certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Now it's Pele. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much.
That's rather hopeful. Gave it a go, but off target.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. He's in space and looking for options. Mbappe is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Decent chance! And that has forced the very best out of the keeper.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Messi with the short one. Look at this, and the shots! Messi goes short. Chance, surely! Great football, shot and save.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
that'll be the last act of the first half.
Israel are looking as solid as I've seen for some time. All departments are working strongly, and this can do their confidence a whole power of good.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. And the game... And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Mbappe. Rummenigge. Pelé. Nicely spread. Shapes to shoot! And what a be quick to recover this. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. He's going for goal! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Hernandez. Mateus. There's the shot! Oh, the ball's... That's another chance! Messi. Fernandez being hunted in packs.
Yeah, they're certainly getting much tighter to him now. At least the message was received.
It's Pelé! Keeper gets just about enough of it.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
And a goal kick. Hernandez, and it's Bellingham. Can he get on the end of this?
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And they can counter here. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, that's a key interception. De Ligt. And Hernandez. Rodri, great vision, and the through ball. He might be in here, and the shot! Now, how often do you see that?
That's a shame, Peter. Such a great run, but he didn't have that clinical edge.
Rummenigge, distributed tidily. It's a promising... Takes a shot!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
And this is Mohamed Salah. Fernandez can see things others simply cannot. Knocks it into space. Cross in. Chance for a shot! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Hernandez. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham going full steam ahead down the left flank. Check. Just about up to 75 minutes. Messi. And they've got a throw. Bellingham. Bellingham plays it in. Big header! Harmlessly behind.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Mbappe. Marquinhos goes steaming forward. Oh, this is a... And a chance! He scores! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Mbappe. Mateus, the man synonymous with solidity. Rummenigge. Pele. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Mbappe is wide and looking to get onto this. Now it's Mohamed Salah. That's a good ball out wide. And he's picked it up out wide, and he's managed to get free. Skims one in. Rummenigge. And here's Mohamed Salah. He's come in hard. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And he has been fouled there.
Substitutions taking place.
And Czech pulls off a sensational save. Czech gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Israel are looking to go forward now. Now it's Mohamed Salah, and it's Messi. He's a sharp little ball here. He's got... And he shoots!
3 minutes added time.
Oh, that is rather wayward.
Substitution for Israel. Number 9.
Israel are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Mbappe. Number 22.
And here's Mohamed Salah.
Number 24.
And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. And it's been played through. This looks promising. Oh, that's fabulous. And it's in. And he is just ripping it up. And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Couple of changes then in quick succession. So, time for a potential game changer.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly. and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.